Family, if you can, please join me live right now here. Of course, a lot of y'all have probably been waiting for me to come on, family to come on to address this day. If you could, please join me live. Want y'all to know that today is a day that we celebrate. Today is the day that we celebrate victory. We celebrate a champion. We celebrate a loved one that is near and dear to our heart and will always be, and that is our son, my son. Most of y'all know that him by the name of Terrance T4 Howard, but we prefer to call him Emmanuel. That's what the Lord told his mother to call him from birth, which is Emmanuel, and so that's what we call him, Emmanuel. But the football world knows him as Terrance T4 Howard. And last year, of course, around this time, you guys saw a champion fight, and you saw where he was birthed from, a champion home. Fight with him and for him. And a heinous act you guys saw take place. But at the end of the day, one thing that we cannot deny is that Terrance T4 Howard was a champion, and it still is a champion, and it's still championing things on the other side. While he's over on the other side, he's still at this time fighting for what he believed in, fighting for the rights that he believed in, and he hasn't changed and won't change. He won't stop and can't be stopped. But as I said, there were some things that took place last year around this time, that the same date and around the same time. I came to y'all live from Facebook from North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, at a hospital that performed some heinous acts towards our child. But regardless of what they tried to do, at the end of the day, they did not stop what God intended to achieve. Unfortunately, our son got caught up in, a situation. But at the end of the day, God had something in mind beyond this, beyond the tragedy, beyond the wickedness that was at hand. And he made a decision. And as hard as it is to respect it, we respect it and learn from it, learn what is it all about. And through this last year, we've fought to understand what this was all about. And here just recently, I don't know if you all noticed what happened, but we know our son is at work. Terrance T4 Howard is still in the business of working and with the Lord in this particular matter, for not just himself but other people. And just last week on the 22nd, I don't know if you guys saw it. If you would, please go and look at it on Facebook. There was a actual committee meeting associated with this whole organ procurement concept that's been going on. And I don't know if you all have read anything on the Kentucky case with the gentleman that woke up during the time that they were performing that the heinous act on him. He woke up, and because of that, people were willing to afterwards be whistleblowers and brought things to the forefront and wasn't afraid to say what actually took place. And because of that, some national attention was brought about the situation. And then prior to that, of course, y'all know that we went live and was one of the groups of people that was willing to call these people out, call out the whole industry about what they actually were doing. And our son Terrance experienced this, and because of the Kentucky case, I don't know how, but we know God is all working together. that case, along with Terrance and other cases, combined and brought about a conversation that took place and has been going on for the past year. And last October, they started to do some research and investigation and and they came up with information that now the public has right to listen to. And if you go and you listen, you'll find out what they're doing in the industry, what they've done in the industry, in reference to these organ procurement processes and the process of getting there with this false brain death concept. Because at the end of the day, as Dr. Burns has said, there's no such thing as whole brain death. There's no such thing as it. So at the end of the day, when those people are going through what they're going through, they're on the table. Those people are still alive. They might be sedated to a certain degree, some to not move, but at some point they experience pain. So at the end of the day, we were able to prevent them from going all the way through what they did. But so many other people experienced this pain. And last Tuesday, the 22nd, which coincidentally just so happens to be the same date that our son Terrance Howard experienced, an accident that is still, of course, under investigation, but an alleged accident, and he ends up in that situation that he was in that you guys saw take place on August the 1st. And at the end of the day, guys, God is in the business of doing something that we don't understand all the time. He responds to things that are out of order, that are completely operating outside of his will, outside of his understanding. Now, I'm going to tell you this now. My son, Terrance Emmanuel Howard, Tifo, he was about business. And I'm about to get about business for you right here. We celebrate this day for him. We celebrate this day. And I'm telling you right now that we've been, regardless if they understood it or not, we've been clapping back. We are people that clap back. If you are a child of God and you've accepted the blood of Christ and when you put a demand on that blood, in that process, you are clapping back. Right now, I'm telling you that we've been clapping back. We didn't just go to the wayside. See, people want you to just go to the wayside and just accept things. See, but the Spirit of God had already revealed to me and his mother and others that this was not the will of God, that this was something that the enemy had put in play long before we even came along. They've been practicing and doing these things for a very long time. And I'm telling you right now that in this moment, people are clapping back. People of God are standing up and they're clapping back. They're not sitting back and allowing people to do the thing that God says over in the book of Proverbs, the 6th chapter, that he hates. And that's the shedding of innocent blood. I'm telling you right now, as we stand this day, things are going on. Things are changing. That industry that has brought harm and hurt to so many lives since the inception of it is changing. There is a clapping back that's taking place, and people are not just accepting things any longer. They're just not sitting back. Now, I know I started off all calm, but now I'm going into what is called preaching, okay, into this mode of prophecy. And I'm telling you right now, as I stand here this day, I declare right now that the end is coming for that industry. We're clapping back. It's going to change, and they're going to have to go to some alternative processes in order to get organs to help people, which they should. They're using billions of dollars to take the lives of people and not putting forth the effort to save their lives. They're taking their lives and then using that very money to sustain that industry. That industry that has nothing to do with the intent of taking care of people. They put this fallacy in front of you talking about that so many lives right now in need of saving. What they're not telling you is that they're neglecting the lives of those that are on that table, that they're not putting forth the effort to save their lives. And some of y'all friends, some of y'all families, distant families and associates have experienced a pain that you still carry this day. Y'all carry in confusion. You receive from the Spirit your loved ones coming back. Your friends talk about that they've experienced loved ones coming back, talking about that this was not right, that these are the things they experienced, but they couldn't do anything about it. They didn't understand it. But over here, the believers over here, The preachers, we understand. See, that's what they did. They bumped into some preachers. They didn't know who they were bumping into. They bumped into some people that can see beyond the veil of their ignorance, beyond that veil of their wickedness. Let's call it what it is, their evil. We saw it, and we were able to stand up in it. And for the past year, we've been clapping back. They thought we were going to sit down and not do anything about it, but we've been clapping back. Last week, the 22nd of July, this very day that our son experienced that alleged accident, there was a clapback that took place publicly. And we understand in this country, we have to make sure that we, of course, go through the processes, the channels that they have set up with the law. But I'm telling you that we've been clapping back. We've been standing up. And there are other people right now that are standing up around the world right now. And especially here in the United States, they're standing up and they're saying no more. That this is the day we're stopping this fallacies, this brain death concept, this brain death diagnosis that you're coming up with, and ending innocent lives, shedding innocent blood, which we understand that God hates. And let me tell you something. For those out there that are on the side of wickedness, let me explain something to you. When you shed innocent blood, the voices of the innocent blood never stops. If you know anything about the story of Cain and Abel, Abel still cried out from the ground. You got to understand what I'm saying. His blood cried out. There will never be a stopping of the crying out of those that have been slaughtered in innocence. And I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you the innocence of those people are calling right now to God, and God is answering. God is allowing things to take place. And I don't know if you've seen, there's been storms and situations going on. You're trying to figure out where's all this chaos coming from. And sometimes we blame it on people and say, oh, the industry is doing this or they're doing that. No. Let's put it in play. God is not going to allow you to continue to shed innocent blood and him not do anything about it. See, the just God, the creator of everything that we see and can't see, will not play these games. He's going to clap back. He's going to clap back. And there's going to come a time, I want everybody out there that have experienced this pain, it's going to come a time where you're going to celebrate. In fact, you need to start celebrating right now. You need to start celebrating the lives of your loved ones, your friends, those out there that you know were taken away from this earth without the chance to have due process in reference to life-saving measures. You got a right now to stand up and begin to say, I declare and decree right now that this is going to stop. I'm clapping back. And right now, the champion that's inside of our family members that have passed on, let that champion in them rise up and let it connect to me. And I'm going to stand up for the will and the works of God. The kingdom shall prevail in this time and in this era. No longer shall they shed innocent blood. This is the day that the Lord has made. We're going to rejoice and be glad in it. Why? Because we know God is in control. As long as we stand up, as long as we do our part, change is going to take place. And last week, a change started. I know those in that industry are shaking because they're saying, dang, we're going to lose our jobs. Well, what's more important? You maintaining a job that actually murder people, or are you willing to let that go and believe God to give you another way? See, are you really standing on the blood of Christ? Are you really standing on what God says to be true? That he gave you a right to have life and have it more abundantly. And you don't have to do things that are heinous towards others in order to have those things. See, you can have those things by doing things that are right, just and good. You can do that. God will make a way. He will give, listen, man, those in leadership in the industry, if they do not want us to submit themselves to put things in place that will be right and good that people can work in, guess what he'll do? He'll raise you up. He'll raise you up to get in the place that will change things around so that they can be done. So let me tell you, this right here is where it's at. Are you willing to clap back and change this stuff? Are you willing to clap back and change the industry? Right now, the medical industry right now, yes, you're going to take a hit when this takes place. You're going to take a hit. When the change takes place, you're going to take a hit. But the transition can be a smooth transition if you're willing to let go and let God use you to change things around. Somebody right now is paying attention. Somebody will look at this video and say, look here, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to change. I'm going to decide not to live in this same mentality any longer, supporting things that shed innocent blood. So we changed certain laws, abortion laws. We changed that so we can change innocent blood, save innocent lives, and stop people from taking lives that are innocent. We've done that. Those babies now being saved. I know a lot of people saying, "Oh, well, we should have a right." Yeah, you should have a right, and we can talk about that at a later date. But I'm telling you right now that when you participate in it, you're invoking a situation that will eventually hurt the whole. And so we want to make sure that we're not hurting the whole. And in this case, those that support and supportive of this brain death fallacy, for you out there that are supporting this and saying that it's okay, guess what? In this moment, while you're in support of it, you are causing and invoking a situation of pain that we will all experience. So stop supporting this. This is the day right here. This is the day. This is the day that we declare right now in reference to Brain Death Day, in reference to because of the lives of those that have been taken. I'm talking about the traumatic brain injuries and the other brain deaths that they come about that brings about this declaration of brain death. And I say again, there's no such thing as whole brain death. So this is the day that we stand up and say that this is anti-brain death day. Our son Terrance Howard passed on this day, and I declare and decree today is the day that I say this is anti-brain death day. That we are totally against that concept of brain death. We don't believe in it. We don't stand in it. We know it's not true. What we do stand in is that you got the ability to do everything you can to help save the lives of those out there that have experienced these different situations, like falls that take place, car accidents that take place, poisonings, and other things that bring about these brain death situations. You got the ability to stand up and do everything to save these lives without even thinking about the concept of taking their organs and harvesting their organs to give it to somebody else. Let's focus on trying to save people's lives that experience these these things that unfortunately come. You know what I'm saying? We know that things happen and the enemy is constantly busy. We understand that, but we got to fight and focus on helping people that experience these incidents, helping them transition to health. And definitely not trying to rush them to death, but trying to help them survive, and then not trying to take them and slaughter them and hide them and do different things that will actually promote what we're trying to do to keep our industry alive, to keep this industry alive. Let's get this out of the way, y'all. Right now, let's make a decision to get this out of the way. We're clapping back today. We're going to keep clapping back. We're not going to accept it. This brain death fallacy, we're not going to accept it. We're going to stand up and we're going to fight like a champion. My son, Terrance Howard, was a champion. He was a fighter. Anybody that knew him understood and knew he was a fighter. And he stood for what was right. If you can tell him if it was right, and you're going to have a problem with him. He was soft-spoken in a lot of ways, but if you get him to that place, he's going to say what he knew what was right. And that's the mark of a champion. That's what a champion does. He sits back and he observes, and once he sees, then he responds, okay? And I'm telling you, we've sat back and we've watched, we've measured. My grandpa taught me something years ago. He said we were building the house, adding a room onto the house, and he said, "Grandson, before you cut this piece of wood, you need to measure it as many times as you need to." And that's what we've been doing. Measuring. Now it's time to cut. It's time to clap back. It's time. It's been proven. It's already out there. They got the data. They got the data in Kentucky. Now they're getting the data all across the United States. They've already went against China in reference to their heinous acts that they perform in other countries. They already got the data. It's time right now to clap back and shut this thing down. This is anti-brain death day. Today, August the 1st, we declare anti-brain death day. We do not believe in it. We are totally against it because there's no such thing as whole brain death. But what there is a such thing as is people having the ability to call on God to see how to help this person that might be hurting get up out of their situation. I think about the situation when the paralyzed guy was being let down by his friends. See, they took the time to do whatever it took to get this person to a place of help, getting this person in front of a person that can help them. And Jesus said and declared it was because of their faith. It was because of their faith that individual was able to come out of his state that he was currently in, paralyzed, unable to move. That person got up because of the faith of the people. Somebody got to stand up in here and fight for the lives of those, the innocent, the hurt, the injured, that don't understand, the weak. They don't understand that those people have to be fought for. The unconscious, they got to be fought for. People in comas and stuff, they got to be fought for. Their life is just as important as yours. And I got the data. The data shows that a lot of those people that have come out of those comas, those people that have overcome what they call brain death, those people have contributed a lot to society. And I'm going to start posting a lot of that here in the coming days. You're going to start seeing it. This is the day that the Lord has made, guys. We got to be able to stand up so that the rejoicing can take place. We got to do the necessary things that show God that we believe in the blood of Christ, that we believe in it. We got to start clapping back and letting the industry know that we ain't standing no more, that we stand for what is right. We stand for the investigations. We stand for the truth coming out, and all these laws that they got that's in place to try to protect the organ procurement organizations, the doctors and the hospitals, especially in North Carolina and Georgia. They got these laws in order to protect them because why? They want to be able to do what they want to do. And God is saying that's enough. Y'all went too far. Others haven't done anything. They let you continue to go on. And now you're in a place where I got to come in. Your sins have now been made for. My wife said that. My wife, who is a prophet, the wife that I have right now, Matisha Renique Allen, said this right here with clarity. I want you to get this. She said with clarity, Matisha Renique Allen said this, and she made it clear that the Lord spoke to her and said that sins have been made full. And since the day that she said that, he has moved. And I'm talking about God has been moving. Over in North Carolina, I'm sorry, guys, but you guys have experienced a whole bunch of things that should not have happened for you guys. You got to stand up and start fighting against those laws down there. Georgia, you better stand up and start fighting because there's storms that are going to come. And there's storms and things that are going to happen that shouldn't happen. And all you got to do right now is start to change and fight against. I'm talking to the preachers out there that are in those places. And I'm also talking to all those in the medical field. You got to start becoming whistleblowers. You got to start right there with the whistleblowing. It start right there. It starts saying, hey, no, this is what happened. Telling the truth. Even if you participated in some of the stuff, telling the truth, clear your conscience so that things can turn around. It ain't going to start with us coming from the outside berating you. You got to start from the inside. You want that industry to survive? Well, do your part. Start standing up and fighting against it. Start being a champion like my son Terrance was for things that he believed in. Do you believe in the medical industry? Well, if you believe in it, start standing up for the things that are right, good, and just for the medical industry. And I'm telling you, it's been proven that this whole concept, this fallacy of brain death is not good for the industry. What you going to do about it? You're going to stand up and do something about it. It's your time to stand up. All those in the medical industry. I'm talking across this country, around the world. You can do something, especially those over in Georgia and in North Carolina. Stand up and begin to say what you have to say. Don't be afraid to say what they going to do to you. They ain't got no heaven or hell to put you in, right? The only thing they can do to you is some little small things here. Outside of that, they ain't the one that you need to be concerned with. Is the one that controls your soul. That's the one that you need to be concerned with. You need to be concerned with him. What he got to say about it. Even if you don't believe, you can stay on the side. But one day you will believe when it's time for judgment. You will understand it. So at this moment, let's change this thing around so that we can bring peace to our country. Let's turn this thing around so that we can bring happiness and joy to our country. So that we can be able to rejoice. So that the families can have peace. Let's begin to tell the truth of the years of stuff that they've been doing. So that the people will know what happened. And we can turn this thing around. Let's start doing that. Let's stand up and get it done. Let's stand up and start being able to, and I'm talking to the doctors and stuff that participated. Your heart, you knew that you was wrong, and in your heart you felt it. This is wrong what I'm doing. And you didn't say nothing. Well, here, stand up and do it. Stand up and say something now so that we can change this industry around and save lives. Because there's so many lives. Right now, there are people being butchered right now on the table. People, champions, people that have things to contribute to our society are being butchered to try to save the lives of others. And I'm not saying that others' lives are not important. What I'm saying is there are alternatives to saying that save their lives if we take that money that we're using in the organ procurement industry and put it over there. So go research it for yourself, the alternatives. Go look it up. They don't put enough money over there to try to push it forward. Why? It's because they want to kill people. They want to do what they're doing. It's more profitable for them this way. And so, and I'm a businessman, so you can try to do it how you want to. I got education while I'm right along with you. I got just as much education as anybody in the industry. In fact, more than most people in the industry. Okay? So I'm telling you right now, it's a business move. This is about business for them. Okay? So I know that they are targeting the whole process because of the amount of money, how lucrative it is on the back end. That's why they want to stick with it. That's why they want to continue to declare brain death, okay, the way that they're doing. That's the reason why they want to push it and not save lives, or try to save the lives of those that experience these injuries that they come across, okay? And what we got to do is change that. We're changing it. We're already fighting. We're already standing up. We got plenty of people out there. Dr. Klesick is standing up right now. Dr. Burns is standing up. Dr. Schumann is standing up. We got plenty of people out there that are standing up. And we got a bunch of programs out there, advocacy programs that are standing up. We're saying enough is enough. That's it. There's no such thing as whole brain death. So let's stop killing people. Let's start putting effort towards saving them. And if we can't save them, let them pass on to where they're going and leave them alone. How about that? Leave them alone if they don't want to give their organs. Stop trying to create situations so that you can get them anyway. Okay? Stop adhering. I'm going to tell y'all, stop letting these people bully you. All these billionaires and millionaires or people that you might be associated with. Stop letting them influence you or bully you to tell you what you're going to do. Stand up. God will protect you. He'll protect you in this life and the next life. He'll protect you, and he will avenge you. If anything they try to do with you, to you, he will avenge you. If you stand up for what the kingdom principles are, you got to be willing to stand up, though. Okay, you're inside. You're over there. Stand up and say something. You got a whole bunch of doctors, they ain't afraid to say something. That's why God protected them. That's why if anybody try to do something or go after them, they will experience the judgments of God. They will experience the chastisement of God. The vindication will come on behalf of those people if they try to do anything. Okay? And that includes any preacher that stands up and starts saying anything against it. Okay? We stand firm right now. And see, my prayers, I'm telling you right now, I'm the last person you even wanted involved in this. I'm telling you I'm the last person. I told you guys that. I told everybody that was there in that hospital. I told them, you don't want to do this. I will be back. And I promised you that. And it ain't over because we clapping right now. We clapping back. That's the old thing that we did back in the days. See, back in the 90s, we talked about clapping back, okay? We clapping back right now. And our champion, Terrance Emmanuel Howard, which is one of many champions. A lot of you out there know what I'm talking about. Your family members that went through situations of champions, okay? We're standing up. In August the 1st, this day, we declared Anti-Brain Death Day. We don't believe in it. There's no such thing as it. There's no such thing as it. And if you want to go research, go look up Dr. Paul Burns. He will explain to you everything about brain death. And I can even give you some of the links and things that are associated with his name. Okay, I can tell you right now that he is not in agreement with it. He's done his research and he's on the inside. And he's saying that there's no such thing as it, okay? And many others are right along with him. What are we going to do about it? You got to stand up now and change this situation around. You got to stand up and do it. They're champions right now. Their lives are being taken. What are you going to do? We celebrating Terrance Howard right now, okay? But if we don't stop what they're doing, we're going to be celebrating your family member and even possibly you. What if you on that table and you're the one that's being cut up and you waking up and seeing these people butchering you and there's nothing that you can do? You being slaughtered like a pig. Your family member or friend has experienced that. Are you in agreement with that? Well, the very thing that you're a lot of times in agreement with, you will experience. And that's why so many people are experiencing these crazy things that are going on. Stop being in agreement with that stuff. Start standing up and say, I ain't with that. This day is the day that I declare Anti-Brain Death Day. August the 1st, right now. We do it today, right now. August the 1st, 2025, we're doing it. On the day that they took the life of Terrance T4 Howard, who we call Emmanuel. How coincidental is that? That God told his mother to call him Emmanuel, for God is with us. It's a reason. God had something for. He used him. He used him in the midst of what they tried to do in their evil. He turned around and worked it for the good of the whole around the world. So right now we're in the middle of doing it. And around the world, I say it because I'm in it. I'm in it. If I'm in it, if me, Bishop Anthony Allen, in it, I promise you it's something global. I promise you it's a global change that's going to take place. I don't back down. If anybody know me out there, there ain't no backing down here. It's a fight, baby, and I'm clapping back. And it's like this right here. What you want to do? That's why I said it. I said it throughout my life. Anytime, what you want to do? I don't care how big you are. What you want to do? Because at the end of the day, if you think you whooped me today, I'm coming back tomorrow. And see, that's the mentality of the people of God. If you think you whooped me today, see Christ, our Savior and Lord, on the cross. Yeah, he crying out. He say, look here, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing, right? Right? But I'll be back. Give me a few days. as I promised, I'll be back. And when I come back, I'm clapping. I'm clapping back. Jesus clapped back. And so because he clapped back, we got a right to clap back because we got somebody that's behind us, right? Greater works shall you do is what Christ Jesus said. Greater works. Our Christ, the Son of the Most High God said this right here. Greater works shall you do. Are you going to stand up and do it? I'm talking to everybody around the world, especially in the United States of America, especially you, those that's in Georgia and North Carolina and in California as well. All of y'all going to have to stand up and do it. Even I got my daughter's dog in there, and he's even in agreement with it. He's standing up. Ain't nobody afraid of y'all. Ain't nobody afraid of y'all is what you got to say to the people. You got to stand up and say, I ain't afraid of y'all, I ain't scared of y'all. No, I ain't accepting it. You not taking not a one or not another of my family members. You ain't taking their organs or nothing. If anything happens to them, they can be rightfully buried and they're going to be buried in peace. You're not going to slaughter my family at all. Because your concepts and your ideas are not aligning with what the truth is. And so therefore, I serve underneath the covenant of truth. And the spirit of truth is my guide. And the spirit of truth say it ain't true. So you got to stand up anti-brain death day. August the 1st, 2025, we declare it right now. Anti-brain death day. I'm totally against it. I'm against it. I'm standing firm against it. Are you for it or are you against it? Are you for it or against it? If you're for it, I promise you're going to regret it later on. Because the Lord God is going to show up and tell you why you should not have been riding along with shedding innocent blood. Go read Proverbs, the 6th chapter, and you'll understand what I'm saying. Research the concepts of innocent blood throughout the scripture, and then you will understand what I'm talking about. There's a problem going on throughout our world, and there's torment coming that are not natural. They're all invoked because of our unwillingness to protect life instead of destroying. I mean, we want to destroy life instead of protecting lives. It's all coming about because we're unwilling to protect the people that are innocent. And we think it's okay and nothing gonna happen. You think God sleep, you got to be crazy. I promise you that you ain't seen nothing. The storms and the earthquakes and the floods you think all that stuff is just coincidental. Some of it is a part of precipitation, but a lot of it is not. A lot of stuff that we experience has nothing to do with just natural causes. A lot of it is invoked because of your unwillingness to follow the will of God. And I'm talking about those in leadership and those that are us that have the ability to place those in leadership and support those in leadership. We got a voice too. And we need to start saying what we got to say. We don't agree with it. We ain't doing it. You ain't doing it. So if you want to do it, you got to go. And that's what you got to say. If you around anybody that's not in the business of protecting innocent lives, tell them they got to go in leadership. It's time for you to go, buddy. We're going to close your business down. We're going to take away whatever you got going on. We're going to do whatever's necessary so that you do not bring upon us a situation of chastisement and discipline. I don't want that. And that's what we all experience. A lot of us are experiencing things that we shouldn't be experiencing. Today, are you going to stand up and be the one that say, hey, I'm against it. This is anti-brain death day. August the 1st, 2025. I stand up against it right now. I'm not for it. I'm against it. I'm against it. I stand firm against it. And if you don't stand against it, then guess what's going to happen? Things are going to continue to go on. They're going to continue to roll on. You got to fight against it today. God wants you to stand up and fight against it today. Stand up and fight for the champions of old, those that have passed on, those of old and those here in the near past that have passed on. Let's right now stand up for them, those champions that were great people, good people, and even those that didn't have it all together. Regardless, innocent life is innocent life. We got to make sure that we're protecting it. We're protecting innocent lives. And let's stop trying to be the one that bring about situations or participating with people that bring about a judgment upon our land. We don't need that. What are you going to do? You're going to stand up. I know there's people out there. Listen, I know you're out there. You're the exact person that God wants. You're the exact person God needs to stand up today. Now, I'm going to tell you, I preach to you a little bit. In the coming days, you're going to see me standing up strong against a lot of this stuff. You're going to see me standing up strong. And yes, I hurt. Yes, I'm in pain. Yes, I cry. I miss my son. I do. But I know this right here. This is the one thing that I know for sure is that he's in a place that he can do a lot more work for the people that are here. He's in a place that he can change things that he couldn't change while he was here. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is this right here. Us not being willing to work along with them. We got to work along with them. Those innocent that have went on. Those that God is still allowing to cry out. Those that God is avenging because they are crying out. We got to work with them to bring about a change, to bring about judgment, to bring about, and I understand this right here, vindication. That means some people need to go to jail. That means some people need to lose their licenses. That means that some people need to lose their jobs. Yeah, that means that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. When God's shaking up things, that's okay. At the end of the day, what we're trying to do is get peace from God, because we don't want God I'm talking about the creator of the heavens and the earth, everything that we can see and can't see. We don't need that judgment. Okay? We don't need that. Okay? So we got to click. We got to come on. I'm not with you if you're not with them. Okay? They've died, and let their death not be in vain. Let's stand with them. Let's stand today. Anti-Brain Death Day. August the 1st, 2025. Today, Terrance T4 Howard stands in representation and in defense for all those out there that have passed on because of this heinous concept that they created years ago, and the thought that came about way before we even came into play. And most people try to relate it to the 1980s. Believe me, it was going on far before then, okay? And I got documentation to prove it, okay? It's been going on a long time before then. We just put it into play over here because of the way we had settled at that time, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to change that. Today we're going to rejoice because everybody is going to stand up and start clapping back. Everybody going to stand up and start clapping back. It's time to clap back, people. Saints of God, those out there that's calling themselves Christians and believers, it's time to clap back. If you're going to clap back, I want you to stand up and clap back. I want you to stand up and say what you got to say. Turn around and post it on your pages, whatever social media pages you got. Begin to support people that are against this situation. Begin to go in and support them, even if you don't like the person. If they are against the shedding of innocent blood, you better get behind them, because they're going to be able to save your life and the lives of those that's in your family as well. Get in the midst with it. Start supporting it. Start getting behind situations that's going to protect. Stop being in that same complacency that they are in, that they think that they want to push you in. They want you to feel like that, you don't have time and the money to take care of your loved ones because they're in this situation. Look here, there's plenty of money out there. Believe me, we ain't out of money, y'all. I promise you, all this debt concept and what they're talking, we ain't out of no money. That's just a facade in front of you to keep you thinking that we're in this position of crisis in finances. Let me tell you something. Money is all around us. Effort is all around us. Anything that we need is all around us. And they can do whatever it takes to get it done. If we band together, we can get anything done. There's not one thing that we cannot do together. There's not one thing that we cannot do that God has already placed in our hands. It can be done. So there ain't no such thing as they're hurting, I don't have time for them. Well, if there's a burden over there and somebody's over there and they don't have any help to take care of their loved ones, well, somebody in the community go over there. Let's create a time process to go over there and help them. So there is no reason for us not to be able to make this happen. Okay, let's bring our monies together, bring our times, our skills, and our possessions together, and let's make this happen and protect people. Okay, I've been preaching about that here lately, about G-Swap, giving to the stranger, widow, orphan, and the poor. These people are poor. These people are in the position of being poor. They're poor in health. They're poor in their ability to be able to communicate. Okay, they might be poor financially. Their family might be poor. Let's get over there and help them. Let's tell the people, look, I don't care if they're in this situation. We're going to be behind them. Whatever we got to do, we create facilities and whatever to give them an opportunity, a chance to live. Let's not rush and kill them off, okay, especially for the sake of trying to gain financial advantage in our society, okay, because it's a lot of money for everybody. For everybody, and I mean literally physical body. For every physical body, there's a lot of money made off of everybody, okay? So just keep that in mind. Every person that has a physical body, your body is worth a lot of money to that industry. So let's do it today. Let's stand up against anti-brain death. Let's stand up for the alternatives that they have for the purpose of transplant, and let's stand up for taking care of the lives of those that have experienced situations. Let's stand up and let's start fighting for those babies all the way through the elderly. Let's start fighting right now so that they can be protected. Let's start fighting so that they can be able to be strong, okay, and have an opportunity to regain strength, okay? Some of those people, the smaller, their brain activity can be at 30, and some of their 30 is better than a lot of the people that are trying to kill them. Their brain capacity and strength and ability to perform certain things are greater and more needed in this society than those that are trying to kill them and call themselves doctors and organ procurement organizations. And they think they're so smart. Those people are far more valuable. They got ideals and things that they can bring and contribute to our society that just might be a lot more important than what you're doing. Okay? So let's not count them out. Let's stand firm. This concept about whole brain death, okay? It's not true. There is no such thing. There is no such thing. That heart is beating, no matter what you're using to provide oxygen, ventilators or whatever, okay, medication or whatever. If that heart is beating, they got something in there working, pituitary, something in there working, okay? So just keep that in mind, all right? When they tell you your family member is brain dead, you say, the devil is a lie. I ain't accepting that. And you ain't getting their organ. How about that? All right. So, and then you on that list talking about organ procurement, you want to be an organ donor. That's your right to do that. But just know what you're going to go through. Now, after death, and people, I believe in the Jesus concept. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to do that, let your body lay there. And on the fourth day, guess what? Then let them try to mess with your body on the fourth day. All right. They want to do things, let them do it on the fourth day. They get whatever they can get after the fourth day, then they can get. Other than that, the only thing that I agree with as far as organ procurement when it talks about living bodies and not using the alternatives is when two people can get up and walk away, okay, or be rolled away, okay, and talking and laughing and rejoicing because I gave a kidney or something to my brother or my sister or a friend or a stranger that I had a match to. Other than that, I don't believe in it, period. Anything associated with traumatic brain injury, brain death, or any other type of brain death, I don't believe in it, and you shouldn't believe in it either because it's not true. And all the data that we need is being provided, it's available. And we also have data of them killing people. We got data of that. It's been proven last week, July the 22nd, the same day that Terrance, T4 Howard, was in the car accident. That particular day. When everything happened, which is still, of course, I say again, okay, allegedly happened, okay, everything, all right, that day, 22nd, we got it on record. If you do, go right there. It's right here on YouTube. If you go there, it's going to say, hearing, it says ensuring patient safety, oversight of the U.S. organ procurement and transplant system. You can go there and look it up, YouTube it. If you go through any of the other social medias, you'll see clips and stuff talking about it, even on YouTube. They're dissecting it and going to different things, and these people couldn't answer questions. They had to tell the truth. Okay? And the truth is, people are being murdered. Let's stop it today. All right? Let's stand up for the champions that's on the other side right now that's still fighting right now for a change. We got to help them. We on the physical, they're in the spirit. Let's help them and let's fight. And let's stop the process that's going on that we can prevent, which is all this these unexpected storms and these earthquakes and these different things that are taking place. A lot of this stuff is happening because we're shedding innocent blood. Let's stop it. Okay, it's in your hands. What you gonna do? We're gonna celebrate today. Now, this is what I want y'all to do. I'm gonna post it after this video at 4:44 Central Standard Time, which is about an hour and 44 minutes from now. I want you to it's gonna be a moment of silence, okay? And my wife wants everybody to I'll post it. She wants you to make for those that can, to make a flick with something in the mirror, and this is up to for Terrance. You know, we want to give him a big celebration, a thank you. And we got something else that we're doing that's close-knit with family this evening. And we want everybody to do your thing for Terrance and for all those others out there that have died with this heinous cause, because all the lives that were taken in the industry, I'm telling you, every one of those lives were innocent. Every one of the lives that was taken and they were declared brain dead, every one of those lives were innocent. Keep that in mind. Go look at the number of how many people have been declared brain dead from the time that they created the UDDA law and even before then, when they was already implementing things. Go look at the lives that have been taken, and then you'll understand why the storm concept is so great, okay? And this is only one thing that they've done with taking innocent lives. We know there are other innocent lives in time frame throughout history and stuff that have taken place, and even in this country, that they fought for to change, laws to be changed to protect innocent lives. Let's do the same. Let's fight, y'all. Let's fight. We got to do this, okay? Let's work with the champions on the other side, all right? That includes our son, Terrance T4 Howard. We call him Emmanuel. Keep in mind, for God is with us. Amen. All right. Until next time, y'all know how I always say it. One with it.